been on the contract, I've met some great people, and I've met some exceptional people, and I've also met Andy. Now, Andy graduated from Bradford University and joined Balfour Beatty Civils in 1989. That's nearly 25 years ago. I think you missed your 25 years by 246 days, Andy. And when Andy joined us, he looked something like that. Now, would you employ that guy?
We did.
Kathy.
Oh, what? No,
She's here.
I can well understand how you fell in love with this guy.
I didn't know him then.
I'm not surprised at all. And he's grown even better looking with age. Only a little bit. Now, Andy, when he joined Balfour Beatty Civils, he worked on some interesting projects. He was at Greenham Common for a while, putting fences up so the protesters couldn't go in. He then spent a few years in the sewers of Bristol. And because he was down in the mire, when one of our projects got into the mire at Heathrow Express where the tunnel collapsed, Andy went there, moving from the sewers into the tunnel. But after a while, he saw the light and he transferred to the predecessors of what is now Living Places. And that was in 97, I think, Andy. And Andy spent a lot of time in Hampshire on the TMC, and then in Area 3, where I think you progressed to Commission Director. And after a few years in the bidding team, he joined us in October 2012. And what has he done for us? Well,
He sorted out the leaks in the Hampshire office, I know that.
well, he created the highway to hell. And because of the highway to hell, it says at the bottom on the front page of the Echo, "I'm out of here," says Andy Hamilton, Balfour Beatty spokesperson. I don't know why, Andy, but this front page, part of it we saw in the office, but part of it didn't quite catch our eye, but we can read it now. There we are, Andy. A memento of your time here.
Thank you very much.
Now, Andy, when he's in the office, one of his favourite sayings is, "Come on, chop, 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 chop." So we wanted to remember that by chop, chop. Come on, Andy. So, Andy, this is another memory of your time with us. Now,
New office, absolutely. They wouldn't know what one of those look like.
That's why they're bringing you in, Andy.
now, some of you may know, or I'm sure you all know, that Andy is joining R&W. They're a contractor that used to be one of our subcontractors. And, Andy, we know that when you join R&W, you're going to spend a lot of time outdoors. And we also know that Andy spends a lot of time, well, one of his loves is canoeing and sailing. And so we decided, Andy, that we would like to buy you some proper wet weather gear. And so we had a big whip round in the office, dug very, very deep. We had a big collection. And Andy, our main present to you is some wet weather gear that you'll be very proud of. That not only top quality gear, that not only for your sailing, but also when you're out in the streets of R&W, because we've heard that they don't have the quality of PPE that we have in Balfour Beatty. So, unfortunately, we didn't manage to raise much money. So, this is the best that we can do, Andy.
That's not it.
What? Where is it?
Oh God, that's my fault. I picked up the wrong blanket.
I failed No reinforcements. I'm hastily making the arms now. This is going swimmingly. Well, it's going to be a bit tight.
I move on, me.
Move on, mate.
Are you going to make him wear it anyway? This looks a bit better, Andy.
This is a deluxe.
Where's the head going?
Oh, there we are.
Thank you very much.
There we are.
Thanks very much.
Hang on.
I'm really pleased.
Pirouette.
Cheers. Thanks very much. I am truly grateful. Truly grateful.
Now, Andy, you should be aware that most of our subcontractors are partners of ours. I'm afraid that's not going to be the case with R&W. You're going to be given a very, very tough time.
Tougher.
We've been speaking to one or two of your colleagues at R&W, and one of them said to us that a number of years ago he worked for Andy, and he's a guy called Mark. And on his very first day, Andy said to him, "You're the new boy here. You see that pile of papers? Your job today and tomorrow, photocopy them." And do you know what Mark's going to say to you on Monday?
Well, mate.
"You're the new boy here. You see that pile of papers?
Photocopy them."
Photocopy them."
Yeah,
He's so looking forward.
He is very much looking forward to that.
And then also, you're the boss of R&W. A number of years ago, he wrote to you at Area 3 and said, "We would love to be one of your partners. We'd love to provide services to you." And you know, he got a very, very short, sharp reply that said, "A company like yours would not be able to deliver the quality of services that we need to deliver on the network." You were right. But now, guess who's going to be responsible for delivering the quality of service on the network? But I think we should be saying to R&W, once Andy is there, "Andy, a company like yours cannot deliver the quality."
It'll take 15 years to get the stuff out.
Tell you what, mate. I actually wrote that letter. He signed it under duress.
But seriously, Andy, in the time that you've been on this contract, just since October, you've actually transformed our delivery. In the short time that I've known you, I must admit, you are an absolutely exceptional person. I think your ability to grasp all aspects of so much of our business and drive it all forward, and also, you know, the whole time and energy that you put in to delivering services is absolutely phenomenal. And at the same time, whilst being hugely busy, Andy has time for everyone and has such a fabulous manner around him. You know, he's just such a delight to work with and deal with. We're losing you as a direct colleague, but you will never be forgotten here as a dear friend, Andy. Andy, of course, created the Highway to Hell, and he also
One or two friends.
he became Balfour Beatty's face of the radio. I'm not quite sure, Andy, why you weren't the face for TV. I think that would have been much better. That would have suited you much better.
Radio's enough.
And as well as the collection for the wet weather gear, we also dug a little bit deeper. Again, we didn't manage to raise too much, so we had a word with head office, and we managed to get you a little water bottle, a bounce balloon, another water bottle,
Well, there's trolley keys. They're very useful.
Cuddly toy.
various other things. And we're delighted that with all the money we raised, we were able to get these out of
They're not cluttering up our cupboard anymore.
But, Andy, we also, with some help from Kathy, we also bought you a present which we hope that you will treasure. and which you can open later. It doesn't tick. And I don't know. And Andy, it's really been a delight for all your colleagues having you as a very, very dear colleague. So please join me with a very big round of applause for Andy.
It's not very often I leave somewhere. Correct. Fortunately, and I'm somewhat perturbed by the celebrations on my departure. They're far more celebratory than when I arrived. In any way, but the reason why those kinds of words, but the reason why we're able to deliver what we deliver is because of the people who are here, you're all here. And so from that point of view, it's a bit like plate spinning. This particular location is you have to give everyone a bit of encouragement a little bit at a time, and the plates keep spinning. So I am very grateful for all the help and all the support he's given me. I've had a really great time here in Southampton's longer career. They'll be sorely missed, all of you guys, because you do an excellent job, and I'm sure that you'll continue to do that in the years to come and deal with all sorts of challenges that come your way. You have lots and lots of capability and lots of opportunity and a huge amount of skill. And just putting all that together is a fairly easy job when you've got such talented people like yourself. So I'm very grateful. I would like to particularly thank Vanessa and her team for arranging tonight. She said to me when she heard the news that I was going, she said, and you do want a party, don't you, when you go? I said, yeah, it's fine. I said, right, that's it. I have heard nothing more since. There's an occasional bit of snippet about this and that have arrived, but all sorts of things have gone in. Ignore the pictures on the walls, they're big fabrications.
Be very worried because Kathy and I are now best mates.
No, I
And there's pictures on Facebook of you as well as a young that have arrived.
But yeah, a few of you know my past, so Phelps got a lot, and Kathy got a lot to answer for. Yeah, there we go. But that's what happens when you work with people for a long time. So I'm very grateful. Thank you very much for your presence and kind words, and I hope